I may be the only one up here, at least in this section. We are backcountry trekking now, friends. This is gonna be camp for the night. I'm glad I brought these snowshoes. Gotta love it. Yeah. It is late February 2021 and I am in the Dolly Sods wilderness. I am planning to do a 3-day, 2-night solo winter trip. I know oftentimes in deep snow and some winter conditions, those plans can change. So that is the goal. Right now it's about 50 degrees. It's crazy. But it is supposed to plummet down into the single digits with the wind chill overnight. So I am prepared for that. I did speak with a forest ranger on the phone yesterday. And although he was unable to provide any current conditions, he did recommend that I err on the side of caution and bring snowshoes, as this time of year up high, the snow can be deep, even if there's not much down low. I did get a little bit of bad information from the ranger I spoke with. He said that the locked gate was about a half a mile from the trailhead, and that if I could make it up that far in my vehicle, to just not block the road, obviously, and I'd only have about a half a mile hike in, but it turns out I'm about 3 miles away. So it's about 12:30 right now. Hopefully I can cover enough ground and get into the wilderness area and set camp before dark. I'm glad I brought these snowshoes. There is a 0% chance I would have made it up this without them. It's hard work, but I'm glad to be out here. Just about there. Whew. Excited to see what this looks like all snow covered. Been here, I think about half a dozen times. Never been in here, up here in the winter. So definitely been on my bucket list for a while. This is what you'd be dealing with up here without snowshoes. Ugh. All the way up to my knee. Oy. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Little winter tip for you guys. Don't wait until you cool down too much to put on another layer or change layers. I just took my t-shirt off. I got it lashed onto the side of my pack here to dry off and put my base layer on. It's nice and dry. And then when I get to camp, I have specific camp clothes, base layers included. So in the event this does get damp and wet at all, I do have something dry to put on right away. Moisture management is really critical when you're out here in the wintertime. You know, it's probably upper 50s right now, nice and breezy up top here. Lots of exposure. You know, it's pretty warm. But if I stop for too long with, you know, wet gear on, this wind would cool me down and you could get hypothermic pretty quick even in these warmer temps. Make sure you stay ahead of cooling down too much. This is gonna be camp for the night. Got a water source right there. Gonna stamp out my tent pad. I know there's a fire ring here somewhere. I've seen it before when I've hiked through this area in the past, but it's buried in snow and I can't find it. You always want to look up and make sure there's no snow bombs above you. Big giant pile of snow that can fall on you while you're sleeping, potentially crush your tent, and you if it's a big enough one. I don't see any, so we're good. Really like to get some firewood processed. Don't really see any dead trees anywhere. A lot of evergreens. Walk around some more, see what we can find. Hopefully we can come up with something. It would really suck not to be able to have a fire, at least a little fire tonight. There's some of the trail conditions I've been dealing with off and on. Really tiring. All right, I found a dead tree. This thing's getting cut down. All right, got some firewood processed. It's not a whole lot. I'll burn through this in no time, but enjoy it for a little bit. I'm gonna make some dinner, have a beer, enjoy this fire for a little bit, relax, and go to bed early. Oh, one of my favorites. Backpacker's Pantry Pad Thai. Oh. You really think I'd come out here in the wintertime and not have a fire? Shit. That's the last of my firewood right there. Got a belly full of food. I just slammed 2 of these 9% beers. It's only about 7:30 and I'm feeling about ready for bed. Not much to do out here when you're by yourself. It's kind of the point. Just come out here, unwind, relax, get away from all the noise. Society sucks. Don't know what I'm doing tomorrow just yet. Make that decision in the morning when I get camp packed up, see how I'm feeling. The hiking is extremely difficult, so I'm a little bit hesitant to hike deeper into the sods, knowing that I have to hike my ass all the way back out in these conditions. So we'll see. Gonna get out of these wet clothes, get some dry socks on, get my down booties on, get some nice warm base layers on, crawl in my underquilt, enjoy a good night's sleep. I will see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. Freezing rain and sleeted several hours last night, making the ground super crusty. Not sinking as far, but it's equally as hard in a different kind of way to make your way through this. I'm walking on a trail that I had broken yesterday. It is awesome being out here knowing that I'm most likely the only one, at least in this area. I didn't see any other tracks other than mine. Just that feeling of solitude and isolation. I've decided to hike out of here today. I'm not really interested in doing a solo death march through the sods. As beautiful as it is and as much as I'm enjoying this right now, I don't want to hike deeper in and end up having to hike that much further out tomorrow. So gonna make my way back to the car, enjoy all this beauty around me the whole way. It's epic out here. All right, I'm just about back to my vehicle. Awesome trip. I'm whooped. Walking in this mashed potato style snow is kicking my butt, even going downhill. I don't really have much else to say. Thanks again for checking out Backcountry Treks. I'll catch you on the next one.